All right, so while you certainly didn't get the result you were looking for against the Yankees, let me go back there. Man, you gave them a hell of a run. You gave them hell, in fact. Looking back, how emotionally draining was the battle? And then how much do you think your young players learned from that battle?
Well, I'll start with the second part first. I think we learned a lot. I think our guys really, really believed in themselves going into that series, which made it even tougher to lose because, we got a lot of those texts and phone calls, like consolation calls, like, oh, you guys did great, but our guys were disappointed. And personally, I handled it pretty badly. Like, just didn't want to deal with the fact that we did lose in that round. And I think our guys took out of that we belong there. Now we have to earn it. We have to prove it again and get back to that spot. And that's what the good teams do. But overall, I think the experience of going through that for a lot of our guys for the first time, it's going to pay huge dividends.
So, Matt, what about Bobby Witt Jr.? Obviously a super, super talent, a transcendent talent. There aren't many dudes like that walking around the planet. How fortunate do you feel to have one in your own clubhouse?
Yeah, I don't take it for granted. That's for sure. The things he does on the field are remarkable. Just even little things you just watch him take BP. There just aren't guys that take BP like he does. The ball doesn't come off the bat like it does with him. But I said this a lot, and it's true. I don't think I can say it enough. What we see on the field and what the fans see on the field is nothing compared to the person, the humility, the worker he is behind the scenes, the way he prepares so diligently, and the respect that he's earned as a teammate from veteran players, especially someone like Salvi, that's the captain of the team. But the respect that Bobby's earned in a really short amount of time is really remarkable. And that's what I really enjoy seeing about him every day.
Hey, man, one more thought about that, and I know you've been pretty transparent about all of that. How does somebody that young and that good, baseball is a game of failure. Inevitably, he will fail. Everybody does. How does he deal with that aspect of the game? Is he pretty resilient?
Very resilient. Yeah. And his whole life he's been held to this high expectation from the time he was in travel ball and high school ball and in the minor leagues. Like, everyone's expected this of Bobby. And to even do half of what he's done takes a ton of fortitude because, like you said, he's failed at different times. He's gone in slumps, and then trying not to do too much and be more than he is. That's a skill in and of itself. And I think what he does, he really puts things in perspective. Well, he's very grateful for the things that he has or the things that he's earned, and he doesn't take those lightly. And he understands that a strikeout or a bad stretch of games doesn't change the person he is. And I think when you believe that and you live that way, you don't ride that emotional roller coaster as much as others might do.
Yeah, it's such a great point, especially at that young age to have that kind of perspective.